What is up, folks? Trev TCG back with the latest part of quote-unquote Proxy Week, and I mentioned that I had an interesting idea for Blue-Green Marvel, Blue-Green Proxy, and I've just spoiled it. But it is a Marvel deck. So the dream and the indication is, oh well, you can proxy to get back Ghost Spiral, right? Now there aren't a great number of other amazing things to do in blue and green with that. Obviously, we put blue red. I've got a blue black list lined up, which are both, I think, very competitive. This one is a little bit of fun, but has some hope to it. So you have your energy package with Attune, Rogue Refiner, the Puzzle Knot, Glimmer of Genius, and Marvel. On top of that, you have your Marvel targets with 4 Umogs, 3 Ugin the Spirit Dragon. You might be asking, okay, so what are the proxies doing here? Well, we're playing 4 Copies of See the Truth, which help us dig for a combo. We're playing Attune, Growth Spiral, which helps us ramp towards these bigger cards anyway, and Glimmer. And so you can recast off the proxy, Attune, Growth Spiral, or See the Truth, obviously, is the nuts, the kind of dream. I should say, I didn't play any of these in the blue-red list, because it's just meant to be straight-up good cards. You don't want to have to, faff around and set up. That's like a no faff, just best cards immediately, I think. Here, you have time to hit the See the Truth off the proxy. You're digging through. Importantly, proxy, you can also cast it off Marvel, and the way proxy works, it's if you've cast it, it gets the trigger. So if you cast off the Marvel, you still get it. And if you're casting off Marvel, you do it with the 7 mana version, which is a 4/3. You get back the Glimmer, and then you can recast all these like you would be able to normally. Pretty good. So it gives you another great hit off Marvel, which can recast some of your early spells. See the Truth also, if you hit that off Marvel, obviously you don't always hit your Ulamog, hit your Ugin. Then you can draw 3 cards off of it, because this is also anywhere other than your hand. Pretty strong. And you have a decent amount of things to the combo. You can recast your Growth Spirals. You're playing a reasonable number of lands, and with Attune of the Aether, you normally have lands to play off of it. Which means that you can also ramp up pretty quickly towards the Ugin and the Ulamog. And so, yeah. And then the other thing is that we're playing a Gigantha. You can get a little flooded. Obviously, we're taking a bunch of lands out of our deck intentionally, like finding a pile. But it is possible to get flooded. Gigantha's kind of nice. We're not playing anything with double pips. Nicely, Arcane Proxy, even though it has that 1/1 on there, you can play it alongside Gigantha as your companion. So, yeah. Nice workaround with that. So yeah, proxy here, another hit off Marvel, but then also recycles all your early spells, gives you another kind of bit of early game plan, some card advantage, as you're kind of like digging for or racing towards Marvel, and obviously you have the nice See the Truth kind of quote unquote mini combo in there as well. The sideboard, obviously the Gigantha I mentioned, 2 copies of Spell Pierce and 4 copies of Mystical Dispute to protect your Marvel, to protect your early plays. You also have this kind of quote unquote Delver-esque game plan where you can board into Longtusk Cub. And play this kind of like, alright, I'm going to make an early threat and just try to protect it, and then maybe hit lava later. There are matches where potentially you want to take them out. It is a little dead/slow in some places. Obviously, does can't activate with a card in play, for example. Aether Meltdown versus aggro. And then Tamir versus some of the Grania decks. Stops your opponent being able to kind of hit you with things like Thoughtseize, other kind of discard effects, and also the sacrifice opponents is fine, but also lets you rebuy your Marvels, rebuy your other creatures, and you get to go digging for proxy, Marvel, whatever you need at the time. Pretty good one. It's almost tempting to play 2, actually. But yeah, this is where I'm at. So, let's head into some games. Into the void we go. Next week. At this point, actually, before I forget, if you're about to close the video off, please hit the subscribe button. And you always explore content if that's kind of interesting. If you're interested to do, I try and do a bunch of different decks. If you've got any ideas, what decks you'd like to see me play with, or cards you want to see me brew with, put in the comments. But yeah, let's take this for a spin. So the Attune one-lander is an interesting conundrum that I haven't faced in a little while, but we have the 2 Ulamogs in hand, so we're going to mulligan them. So basically, mulligan array. This looks a lot more reasonable. Probably going to put an Attune back here. We want the lands, we've got a Growth Spiral, we've got the Glimmer of Genius to ramp towards. It looks pretty solid. I'm going to ditch one of these. In pretty good shape. I think our opponent's on the play. Hey. Let's see what they... No, we're on the play side. Oh. We're playing 6 basics total, 3 of each. You might have to fetch multiple times. Obviously, we're looking to potentially recast a tune with Proxy. Mine with. Ooh, thought this is interesting. I wonder if I take the Glimmer here. From Black Red. I go for that. That's fine. I'm gonna see the truth here. Essentially, you get a Proxy. We're a long way off again, and this Aether tune also resets our life. Kind of playing to the assumption that we'll probably get to cast as Glimmer of Genius. Could not be true. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get it. We'll see what we draw. We could break from casting a tune here to go Gigant, get Gigantha to hand this turn, then cast the tune on turn 4. The intention to play Gigantha on turn 5. The potential. They're actually thinking about this, so maybe they have another card. They got the third Thoughtseize. Maybe they're looking to see like what they can do if they go like eternally on how many cards they can run us out of. It makes sense to take the Glim. Running about. I'm going to shock and see that we draw on land, and then I will get the Gigantha. Shock. There is a Liliana, okay.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when you won't be out.
Liliana does a pretty good job of neutralizing the Gigantha anyway. Let's guard. Oh, that's us. So they might have like bullet in hand. About they might have like an Abrade. They actually make Marble. They try to be as mana efficient as possible. The problem is that with Liliana in play, they just get to kind of uptick us. Well, I say uptick us into oblivion. It basically means that we can cast a Gigantha, but like next turn. But we are like if we were to go in a tune now, but it would immediately just get died to the Liliana minus. This way, at least they're putting pressure. Because we can't cast and can't actually do anything with the Gigantha, I'm just going to get rid of it. It's just dead until then anyway. Trespass is fine. See a tune. Let's see what we draw here. There's some reasonable things. So, Puzzle obviously gets us there. Glimmer doesn't, but that's fine. Second Attune does as well. Go ahead and cast both of these before we activate. Because we could choose to activate on their turn. That seems better. Just given everything. Move the land to discard Reveal Trespasser. Well, if I hit anyone, I'm going to exile Liliana anyway. If I hit Proxy, we're going to cast the Glimmer of Genius, so that's going to... I think I just do it now. I don't let the Great Trespasser attack. Fine. Begins like the best worst hit. Oh, we take it. And it sits here. That's the one good reason to do it on our turn. I think this is fun. Never Bedevil isn't literally the worst. Pretty close to literally. Not quite. Fair enough. A bit of a rough one. Maybe it's actually better to just go see the truth there. But I guess this was the one punch they had. As it happens, we get to reactivate this stuff. And I think after last time, I'm just going to do this, mate. Getting some extra energy. Love that. Go swimming. Alright. That's going to do it. We're going to go -3. Get rid of those.
It's no fun when they hit back.
They have this hive. They have a land to attack Arcane. Even then, like, hey. Alright, that's what's going on. Still gonna live to bolt them a bit. It is like a nice clean answer if we don't draw any. The graveyard a little. Actually pretty tough. pick up and bolt them. I think I play the land.
Beyond perception.
At least they're not doing anything else. We'll have a few more draw steps here. Still have a See the Truth in graveyard, but I don't expect that to be the case after the exile. Not the cards are not. Alright, up to 3 energy. We need 3 more to activate. We're not at the point where we can cast this Suitable yet, unfortunately. Excuse me. Big card in hand. Okay, they're just gonna keep booting up. Fair enough. That in itself is okay for us. Maybe they have like a thought. I think what. See, maybe removals. Potentially another Bedevil. Actually, them playing 2 is not the most likely. So I would cast this Marvel. It makes 2 energy, but it would still not leave us enough to activate. So I'd rather leave it in hand just in case they find a braid or something. We have a little time. Okay. Off of deck exile. Playing this for. It's tempting to attune, but I think that the See the Truth for 3 cards is probably good to pass up. What does this do? Yeah, let's cast it. Alright, these get revealed. Let's go land. I'll hold up the Glimmer. Pass. Oh, 14. I thought it was pretty stable. Actually. I'm saying I want to hold up the Glimmer, but actually what I want to do is cast it. No, we played an island. The other thing is that now that we've drawn a proxy, we can Glimmer on their turn and then potentially go cast it for 7, Glimmer on our turn. No blocks for this though. They're going to be kicking themselves they didn't exile our See the Truth. Nice little pickup for proxy. Yeah. I think that if you want to play more into proxy with this version of the deck, you could maybe like play something like Impulse as like a 1 card. I ended up playing the third Ugin, which if you have seen has been a little awkward, but in general it's pretty. I kind of want to draw Aether gives us 4. Get a tune. Fine. The thing is, that I want to kind of draw lands towards it anyway. UG Proxy or not? This is. Now the world's our oyster. That gives us. Let's activate this. Oh, but you still can't answer the man. I'm gonna take up and bolt it. And I want to play 2 creatures, or I could potentially go Marvel again. So Marvel gives me 1, 4. We can double add. 1. This gives us your move. You're gonna play Marvel, ready to go. No counter spells we can hit at present moment.
Let's do this.
That looks like we've turned the corner pretty well. Double red.
Today's my lucky day.
Let's give the mana to activate. I think there's 1 even more left in the deck. Yeah, fair. Not a lot of weakness for that. We actually got to play through Double Thoughtseize, and we did that fairly reasonably. Trying to work out if I want to bring in like the spell pierces to help protect what we're doing. I don't fancy mystical Lungy. In terms of what we want to cut, and that's kind of where I'm thinking, like, do we actually need these spell pierces? We have a lot going on already. Kind of dilutes our game plan. It catches some things. We're gonna be able to draw anyway. So like we're gonna like snag a Thoughtseize with like that. And Liliana can run us out of the cards, but only really in combination with some other stuff. I think other than that, we're fairly strong. This is kind of where one of the second Tamiyotes was like another card bring versus red black. In terms of what we're getting rid of, Yugen's awkward, but like still pretty good. Like he just I think that this is fine. They don't have a few ways to get rid of the graveyard, but we should still have things to get back with Proxy. That's the only other thing I can think about. I'm gonna run this. We're gonna board out proxies in Proxy Week. Okay, roll with this then, and hopefully, problem. There are a few like potential problem. Ugh. I mean, lands and Rogue Refine are normally fine, but in this matchup, it's rough. We're already on a mulligan to 6 with the Mog in hand, pretty much. At least for most of the game. Well, the 2 of the Mog. This is only really 1. The problem here is that if we get Thoughtseize, these are 2, we're in trouble. But I think that's better than going to 5 versus a deck with a ton of discard. They don't actually have the... And we're actually going to be able to play an extra land off of our Growth Spiral as well. But potentially, we're going to get to turn 3 Glimmer of Genius. If not, like, fine. Is it whether if we draw a land here? Harvester. We're playing... Quite tempted to put Poison into play. I think my best bet is still just file here. And then we can... also got a bit more mana in play. Start looking for things. Harvester does get in for 3 though. Slices and it dices. We'll grow Spiral. If we draw Marvel exactly, I mean that's still fine though. That is obvious. If they take Marvel, I think we're still on a really good. Be interesting if they took like Puzzle Knot instead. Ooh. Okay, I'm thinking about it. They're gonna go for the Marvel, that's fine. If we draw a land, we're just gonna try and Glimmer this turn. Oh, okay, the Thoughtseize. I need the truth to be really interesting. I think I'd probably take Glimmer. Yeah, like the Puzzle Knot just doesn't do much on the face of it. Kinda hoping for a land. This way's a little. Buy one of these off. I want to find a land. Oh. At least with just the Harvester in play, they don't have much of a clock. Pretty tough mulligan. Probably know well enough to get the See the Truth out of the way here. How's Doors the Clock in play? They have 2 cards in hand. It is quite tempting to go See the Truth into get Gigantha this time. Puts us in a precarious position. I think it progresses our plan a bit more than just casting Glimmer though. Problem is we've got a Marvel in the graveyard. Well, I say that. We have Glimmer in hand. I think taking this is... If we get a Rogue Refiner, we can just play the Refiner out now, and that way if they remove it, they'll be cutting it. I think this is better, but it's really awkward with a Marvel in the yard. So far, fine though. Reasonable. Also potentially border out a lot of removal because we don't really have many creatures to kill. We're not playing the typical like Servant of the Conduit thing. We're gonna block the Trespasser here. They're gonna get another See the Truth. That's totally fine. There are more things for us to get back. We're gonna 11. Ooh, Crocs is a little rough. We're gonna discard in the log. Kind of obvious, I guess. How many cards do they have in their graveyard? 4, so they need one more. Bit of an interesting. Lost cat. I have one thing I'm playing. I want to Glimmer here, and then potentially Proxy Glimmer next turn. Get a big threat in play. I don't want to give them an easy out to bring Proxy back from the graveyard. But okay. Glimmer into Marvel's also like a solid route for stuff. If we go to 8, and we hit off Glimmer. Liliana, that's fine.
Those who get in
Now
my
they
way
tick up.
tend to
Now they
regret
are going to be able to Crocs the next turn. A little rough. Oh. Oh my gosh.
We all have things we'd rather.
This is weirdly okay. No, I can discard to. We have 2 logs in the graveyard. Not great. We can cast 2 proxies, which stops them down taking to kill both of them. Trying to work out what we want to do with them. I think that's better than casting 1 and getting it the other way. They don't have a man land, but Crocs will put us under a pretty large amount of damage. Taking 3, go to 5. If we have an exile after the Crocs trip, fine. I think banking on Glimmers may be better. We should try and get the most cards out of the situation. All these. Okay, see the treat's a really nice hit actually. We can pitch that to Croxer, and then get it back with the Arcane Proxy and still have mana up to Marvel. Cool.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Yeah. I might. Oh, maybe that's bad. Maybe we actually need the life. Now I think. They already had enough cards. Yeah, I was gonna say. No way that trade put the Crocs on. They get Crocs are back. I just gotta see the tree. They'll try and take down. Well, we've got to play the first one and try and see the tree. Reroll. Cast it. We do our thing. Didn't hit. Don't have more draw. Growth Spiral and it's tough because we're actually pretty close to now being able to cast one of the. Damage is pretty solid right now. We can pitch the Growth Spiral here. Oh, maybe pitch Proxy as well. Depends basically if they down tick with Liliana or not. Importantly, we're not dead yet. It's not over yet. Deck does grind fairly well. I'm gonna go to combat. Yeah, discard. I'd rather just have a thing that I can discard that doesn't life. Block the proc. And Liliana can decide what's up. Discard proxy.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Play Tamio minus, get Marvel. Etc.
The moon looks intriguing tonight.
Maybe main phase could still hit the
The storied
Lobby of Mogs to hit.
holds our future.
Blue Mog's obviously not to. Guess more information about him. It also gives them more information. We also have the option to attack while Rogue Refiner. There is the. Take that. I can go -2. Leon at 6. This is enough to. I go -3, and they have a choice if they want to attack me or Cameo. Again. Let's just get a Rogue Refiner.
I'll be back.
Alright, we're on 8 life.
Is unwritten.
Good stuff, guys. What are we punching though? Real talk. Is it me? Could be me. Excellent. Am I calling off Tamio? Not in the Mog range yet. Maybe it's puzzle now. Small was decent. Let's just get some. So, see that? And would be named. Wasn't not the literal worst. Yeah, if we draw a Peasant, we do.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Didn't hit. Didn't mill any oil. You again. Neither log. A little rough. Don't love that. I do want to get a creature into play, but really 2 creatures into play. Can help it. Now it does make sense to do it on our opponent's turn. In which case, I should probably cast this. Yeah. Pick up. Should've done this.
Flames burn beyond perception.
Roll this out. I'm gonna play this. Rogue Refiner. 22 on that turn. We have one of the Mog left. Of course, this next turn we'll be able to actually pick something back out of the graveyard again. Ooh. That one's tough. Alright, this is a lot of pressure. You might just be dead. You can also hit Puzzle Knot. Marvel doesn't save us. But on. Push that. Yeah, if we. For the text. Alright, well that's a. Like I punted. Tough. Madeleine's a. Alright. Game 3. Roll that discard, but I think this is the plan. Okay. After all that, they won. Yeah, I kind of give. I should just cast the Ghost Wild to see what's up. Let's say puzzle. Let's say this is our top 10 cards. Doing the timing activation plus the mob. I guess plus the Ghost Wild gives us more spins. I'm really trying to figure out. It's impossible to say. I think our line was okay. It happens they had the ultimate push with the punish with the. This looks solid. Also, we've not got the turn 1 anything, but we've got a bunch of things to go do on turns 2 to 3, and we have a Marvel, which means if they want to take something, they're kind of incentivized to take that. They have the Devil. We have seen that. We've not seen a Braid. Oh, I forgot. We got a bunch of Modern Horizon. Not. Four anthology previews. By a bunch, I mean like 4. Got Waste, Reflector Mage. How'd you? That's not how that works. I got it. Alright. What do you want to play to the board? Would like to draw a 5th land here. Reflector Mage, Mutavault, Waste, Thought Not Seer. That it? I feel like there might have been one. They got the tune. Puzzle box gets us. I'm playing deep. They have double Marvel. They might have double Thought. That'd be rough. We're gonna block. They get the Thought. They do get to do that. So then, what are you gonna get to play onto an empty board? Question. Looking at the puzzle or not, it's interesting. I'm gonna play Marvel on. I'm gonna main phase activate. We don't hit anything nuts. I think taking the puzzle knot's better than taking the. You do well. In this case, we're playing against trespassers. We've ended up in some situations where we're not able to cast cards off the proxies, but fine. You kind of need an answer to Marvel here. So maybe have one. Okay. You have the backup, but it's going to slow us down. Do we draw? Again, there's no. I'm just gonna fire off a main phase glimmer. Alright. Fine. Again, I like to all preserved by the fact that we got puzzle mods. But interesting. Okay, so glimmer, stop us casting 3-buy. But we're gonna get to Marvel and activate again. Puzzle graveyard? Okay, just 2. Play, and I'm gonna. Oh, this is rough. Them is the thing to do. backup model. Again, we can get another Isle of Activation on next turn. You're getting our graveyard absolutely attacked. I know would like some lands. Important again, the puzzle not gaining life is actually. Alright. We got a big hit. Gonna Unimog get. Take both of them. Let's go. Okay. Shabby. Too shabby. Even we'll get there. Big downfall. Let's deal with it. What else we got? Oh, these rude. Rude. I can do this and still. Quote unquote better. Oh, yeah, you have to click the right one, I should say. Okay. Still a little embarrassing. Got an embarrassment of riches. Also. Let's deal with that. The thing is, we're not really. We really get to draw lands to get towards the Sugan as well. Mind that either. Okay. Get a 4 off the puzzle. Get 2 off of Marvel. I think we just. Orderly refine. These are like on land with the. Got. Yeah, activate. Again. We've activated a lot of marbles this game. I want to go for land. Kind of nonsense. Alright. We can bot the creatures. If they have like the 3rd or 4th epic downfall, we've been done in. Normally like 2 is fairly reasonable. That. It's interesting because Black Red has a bunch of disruption. They have Ice Sands. They have tools. But I kind of eventually, and this is kind of how Jund into ramp one. That would Jund like rock into ramp kind of work out, but you don't stop them eventually hitting their big thing. But downside of the red black, they're not being able to end very quickly without like having a red in play. I want a glimmer because I just want to hit. Alright. they don't want to. They don't want to deal with it. That has been blue-green proxy. As I say, pretty interesting one. Red-black, you wouldn't necessarily think is a good matchup. Like I said, they've got discard, they've got ways to blow up artifacts, include creatures, and they do have some ways to assemble threats. But yeah, actually, pretty good, pretty good. Even the game we lost was super, super close down to the wire. It managed to just eke out, find the last 2 damage they needed with a stomp. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like, let me know in the comments if you've got any sweet ideas that you do, what you would do with blue-green proxy. I decided to go with a Marvelous. I thought that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, have a great day. Peace out.